It was before my time, but many of you might remember the Dollar House program from the 1970s. People still talk about this program for what it did to bring communities like Audubon and Bear Circle back to life. It's time we stop talking about investing in our residents and we just do it. That's why I'm introducing legislation to bring back dollar houses for our legacy residents and people with housing choice vouchers, along with $10,000 for down payment and closing costs to assist them. This program would benefit communities hurt by redlining and modern-day subprime loans, the ones ignored for decades while the city steered money and good fortune away from East and West Baltimore. The communities this bill would benefit are the exact same places where the census shows we've suffered so much of our population loss. I want the city to invest in the people who have lived for much of their lives here, our legacy residents, who've been the ones holding up our neighborhoods in the face of disproportionate disinvestment and resulting crime, grime, and ultimate blight. For so many of us, the American dream has been a myth at best. In reality, for many, it has been a nightmare. This legislation is arguably the biggest the council has seen in modern history, and I've been working on it for over 9 months, consulting with economic policy advisors, affordable housing experts, and community builders. It draws our best practices and lessons learned from across the country. We need the mayor to designate a substantial amount of money from the American Rescue Plan to house Baltimore. This money from the federal government gives us a chance to create generational impact and invest in our people. That's exactly what this legislation does. Along with this investment in legacy residents, I'm joining my partners on the council to introduce additional bills to house Baltimore that would offer incentives to entrepreneurs to open up neighborhood shops in old vacant storefronts and live above them, just like families did decades ago. We want to also extend incentives to people with college loan debt to become first-time homebuyers and help ensure we're creating mixed income communities. Other legislation would provide grants of up to $25,000 for people to make repairs to their homes and $5,000 for seniors at risk of losing their homes due to predatory reverse mortgages. Lastly, we have to use the power of inclusionary zoning to confront homelessness. Housing is a basic human right and has gotten so expensive that more than 10,000 in our city are forced out of their homes every single year by banks and landlords. Taken together, our House Baltimore package will fortify communities against gentrification by helping residents buy a house they can afford, stay in that home, and use property to ultimately create generational wealth for their families. You can expect more from the City Council, and in my first year as your City Council President, I have worked tirelessly to show you what's possible. Baltimore, I love you.